Mark Hamill is reported to be filming with some other actors for episode 9. That just sounds too good to be true. We got more leaked information about the Mandalorian TV series and also some other, maybe a little interesting leaks about episode 9.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
So we know Luke is back for episode 9, and probably as a Force Ghost unless JJ does a whole fuck you to Ryan, which I doubt he would do. Though I admit that would be hilarious if JJ actually kept Luke alive in episode 9 somehow. Won't happen, but would be hilarious. Anyways, so the rumors are that for at least a few days last week, Mark was back at Pinewood to shoot more for episode 9.
And if we believe other leaks, and also Mark's own admission, not only did he film for a week in December, but he's going back for more filming in 2019, so this week could have been one of those repeat shoots, or ongoing shoots. Which means we actually might get quite a few scenes with Luke in this final episode. I both fear that and am excited by that thought.
When we combine this with the leak that Daisy and Adam were both filming at this location around the same time as Mark, that means we might be getting at least one scene with all three of them together.
Now, I know leaks need to be taken with a grain of salt, but I still love the idea of Force Ghost Luke coming back in this final episode and being more wise and put together. I also love if Kylo and Rey duel one more time, as leaks suggest and as common sense would suggest, that he actually appears as a Force Ghost during their duel and tells them to simmer down.
Actually, with as much filming as Mark appeared to do for this final episode in the trilogy, I have hopes he's around as a Force Ghost for at least a few scenes. He said it himself, "Strike me down in anger and I'll always be with you." Well, while Kylo tried to strike him but didn't realize he was a Force projection, he definitely did it in anger. I'd love for Luke to keep popping up as a Force Ghost to harass or try to guide Kylo.
Hey, you wanted me dead. Mission accomplished. Sometimes it sucks to get what you want. Huh. I need to not get myself excited about this because it's not gonna happen.
Next, MakingStarWars.net reported on rumors about the Mando ship in The Mandalorian and about the show itself. According to them, it will be 8 episodes that are 40 to 45 minutes each, which means the show isn't as long as I'd hoped for, but still a decent runtime, especially if they have a good story and they tell it in a compelling way without any BS filler. Next, they reported that the show is going to be roughly 5 years after Return of the Jedi, but the Mando is going to pilot a ship called the Razor Crest that is a Clone Wars era craft. Though MakingStarWars.net admits it may be the title of the ship design and not the ship's name itself. They also reported that the ship has the ability to carbon freeze, which brings me to horrible flashbacks of when they were going to end Rogue One with Jyn and friends being put in carbon freeze while escaping on a ship from Vader and floating in space to explain why they weren't in any of the original trilogy movies. I don't know. I'm still really thankful they never went with that idea.
Besides that, there's a leaker who released more information about episode 9, which is probably BS, but because I like talking about possibilities, I want to share it and see what your thoughts are on it.
First, he claims the promotional art will feature Rey and Kylo's face split and divided in the middle with a red lightsaber and a blue one. That sounds so generic and probable that I wouldn't doubt that part. There will be sparks from each lightsaber because I guess they're still claiming that after Rey puts her lightsaber back together, which we've had leaks of her doing that off screen, that it will now spark like Kylo's. I kind of hope this isn't true. I don't mind her rebuilding the Skywalker saber off screen, but the sparky thing, that was huge symbolism for Kylo's character. But I guess more than one person can have unstable weapons whenever. Next, he says that episode 9's title is bleak and doesn't have any words like new, birth, rebirth, redeem, hope, spark, rise, or anything happy like that. Lastly, he said expect the film to be very dark, but we will get a happy ending, because of course Disney will give us a happy ending. I think the film starting darker is pretty apparent, as where we left the Resistance, they weren't doing too well and the First Order had most the power. And actually, I'm really excited to learn the title regardless if it doesn't have any happy words in it. Lastly, principal photography is ending soon for episode 9, and according to leaks, production is down to skeleton crews, and they're just going to do reshoots soon.
So that's some Star Wars news. More canon videos coming soon.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.